Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today is the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 48, day 5. It is a green day, though we're going to be trying a red team that was suggested earlier. Well, you know, not entirely red, but it's red based. So we're going to go give it a shot, see what happens. So let's go under Guild Wars, and give this a shot. So right now, we are so behind on points. Must be because we haven't done most of them. Though I believe even once we do, we're still decently behind. We're not last place yet, though. So we're still doing okay. Let's see. Anyways, what are we even up against? Oh, goblins. That's going to be annoying. Okay, yeah, we're definitely using the red variant then. So we have two teams set up right now. We have our normal team, which I don't know if I'll be using. It depends what we're up against. This is definitely not one of them. Which is Web Spinner, Yasmin Chosen, Dark Maiden, and Queen Aurora. It's basically infinite green loop. Has Web Spinner for 9 greens, Yasmin for 10, and Dark Maiden just for our slight mana generation, and basically Queen Aurora. If you own fully traded Queen Aurora, I don't normally mention it much, but it is actually insanely good for Green Day. As much as you might use like Skady or something for Blue Day, is pretty much how much you use Queen Aurora for Green Day. It's just so much mana that you end up accumulating from it. But anyways, I forget specifically who mentioned this earlier, but we will be giving it a shot. They did suggest it, and this seemed nice. I haven't used the Yog'way green team for a while now. He's definitely really good. I'm planning on using him for Red Day this week, because I want to try it with Divinia. If I'm not mistaken, that's tomorrow, right? Should be. We haven't had Red Day yet. But yeah, Red Day we'll finally be able to use Divinia. It's been something I've been wanting to use all week. Divinia plus Ubistet. I mean, I wish. Well, actually, we can do that, but Divinia plus Yog'way, I mean. So we'll be testing that tomorrow. But we're going to be throwing some down today with the Yog'way into Taipon. I believe I've tried something with Yog'way Taipon earlier, but it wasn't specifically this team. But this does make sense. It has Treacherous. We'll gain a lot of extra stats because of how many reds we're getting. We have Queen Aurora, which is a staple for all the mana. It also does an HP buff and the barriers, but HP buff will increase his damage slightly as well, which can factor in quite nicely. And overall, it just has basically everything we need. We could run either 2 banners, either +2 red or +2 red, +1 yellow, -1 brown. I still don't know which one I should go for yet. Haven't actually tested enough to really know. But for now, we're going with it like this. We might switch it back to a +2 red, though. The reason I have it on -1 brown is because we deny all brown with Taipon, so we're barely going to have any. So I'd rather just give the +1 to the extra +1 to Queen Aurora. It just means we won't be taking brown off the board, which normally we probably wouldn't be doing, given the context of the team. Anyways, though, let's go get into it, see what happens. Could be a little bit annoying if every single team's goblins, because goblins, even if you use the most perfect team encounters in the entire game, Goblin at a small percent of the time will always win, just out of pure luck. Okay. So far, so bad. Got hit twice. That hurts. We do have a heal for it, Queen Aurora, which I believe we're going to have to throw down. We'll do it onto red and then kind of just go from there. So we'll move that over. Throw this onto red. Pretty much every time, if we're not frozen, we will be throwing it onto red. So go to that. We did land the extra turn. Ideally, we'd have brown to red right now. Does not look like we do, though. We have Ketris. We have Yog'way. So I guess we'll throw Yog'way, since I can't go manually take that. If I do, we'll lose our extra turn chance. So we'll do that. I wish we could hit right there. That would actually be the perfect target for us to go for, but it is blocked. And we do gain a decent amount of value every red, too. We're gaining 3 lifesteal as well as a 2 to all stats on him. Or 2 to all stats except magic, I mean. Right? Attack, armor, and life. Yeah, everything except magic. So, we have this sitting here. We actually finally have this cast. Unfortunately, we already have all of our mana, so that wouldn't really do us any good. Move that for now, just to cascade a bit off the board. I kind of want to take one of these skulls. We don't have any decent way to deal with them. So, I guess we just throw a Ketris already. I don't think that's enough damage yet. We could go for red, but I'd rather us get rid of our red overall, so we'll do that. We can now hit both of them pretty easily. I do not have the convert, so we'll simply throw this on red again and hope it doesn't miss. And it does miss, but doesn't hurt us too badly. We'll go and see if we have Yog'way or the other one, so we'll go for the other one. Get the mana we need. 1 mana short, of course. No Yog'way on the board, no full mana on anything. I guess we just throw it down simply to get it down. And then just Ketris him, and that'll be match. We will take 1 skull hit if I do that, though. That's the only way we get full mana. Oh, wait, no. Never mind, we don't get full mana if we do that. Never mind, we'll block him with Yog'way as soon as we cast. So I guess we just take a scroll and hope we get some kind of cascade. So we'll do that. We actually did, so that works out quite nicely. He's gonna get a summon, which As long as we could kill him right now, which we don't appear to be able to, wouldn't actually hurt our points at all. But it looks like it is going to slightly. If we could somehow, like, kill both of them right now, it would actually increase our points, not decrease it. But we are not able to, so let's throw another Yog'way down. It's a really easy win, if nothing else, but he's taken us a little bit too long. I think the biggest issue was the fact he had stealthy second slot. Really ruined this battle for us. But there we go. And Yog'way pretty much just solo. He gains so much damage every single time he casts. And I've had a pet this whole time. Well, I'm just gonna ignore it. Sorry. We can't always do the pet. It has 2 minutes left. Apparently, I didn't check it for a little while, and now we only have 2 minutes. Poor little guy. Oh well. It wouldn't be the first pet I missed. Obviously, we probably missed like half the pets per day since we're only on for several hours. Okay, apparently every single person in this guild is going to be using the same strategy, but oh well. We have barriers, so we're actually going to be able to deal with this high damage output pretty well. Also, I didn't even say hello to everyone. Hello, Rasa. Hello, Demon Angel. Hello, Danny. Hello, JZG. Hello, Captain. Hello, Zidicus. Hello, Strawn. Hello, Zero. Hello, Kimmy. Hello, Rufflinium. Hello, Enoch. Hello, Sean. Hello, Michael. Hello, Hyper. And hello, Painting. And hello, everyone else. Welcome. Any questions? Any statements? Any... Good evening, Zidicus. Let's see. What does drop to 50 mean? Oh, it's a Gems of War movement to try to get them to remove the 50 gem cost from the hero class switch. Because that's very annoying. I suggested that's like pretty much the week they added it. Like the second they added it is like, yeah, this needs to go. But it's been over a year now and they still haven't. But of course that issue's starting to come back up again because they ended up making it so you basically constantly need your hero classes as of this most recent patch. Yet they didn't do anything about the whole 50 gem change thing. I believe they will be next patch, but of course they haven't yet, so it's a bit of an issue. He'll go clear the board. As long as he doesn't win right now, we should be okay. Though you never know, it's goblins. He could definitely easily win right now if he feels like it. Let's give him a few minutes. Yep. Gasp! He ended his turn with a 0. And this is why I hate goblins. It doesn't matter what you use. Literally anything. A small percent of the time will just auto-lose. It doesn't matter what it is. Well, we have a 0 attack Queen Aurora. I'm not going to retreat because we actually lose more points if we do, so I'm just going to play it out until we lose. And, well, that didn't take long. One single hit, and yeah. Wow. What even just happened? Well, that's Guild Wars. There goes our perfect streak for this week. I think we actually were flawless until that. Well then, anyways, let's keep going. Luckily this guy has something ridiculously easy. That is no fault of this team though. I think we'll give this another shot next time around. Because that's a really bad representation of this team. Because anything would have lost to that. It doesn't matter what we had. Could have been Divine Team and we still would have lost to that. Or maybe not, because Divine Team has such a high starting durability. Because of how much extra HP it gets from everything. But still, it would have just had a similar fate. Anyways, that happens. Let's see. Why is there a gnome in the enemy team? There's fake gnomes that you can get from the treasure vault thing. So you sometimes will see fake ones. You can tell if it's real or not by if there's a little bag in the top left of their, the little gnome screen. Or, you know, in the icon screen. If there's like a bag right in this corner right over here, it's a real gnome. If not, then it's not. But they're basically just free resources that you end up getting when you kill one. If it's a pet gnome, you get a pet event active or some white pet food. And if it's a normal gnome, you get basically some random resources from a bunch of various things within the game, like either a small amount of gems, gold, souls, some keys, stuff like that. We don't have alignment here, so we're not going to bother trying for it. Actually, you know what? We will. This will give us alignment for next turn if he doesn't ruin it. And as long as he doesn't kill us now, we're fine. Okay. And we won. So we'll go for that. Get our convert that we need. That gets full mana for Ketris. We got Yog'way just sitting there for double kill. Then we throw a heavy Ketris in there and then throw it again, and that's match. Okay, we don't have a recast, but all we have to do is this, he'll take Skull. Ideally, he'll give us alignment. We just throw this into a Yog'way. And he just kills himself off of Reflect. I should have done it the other way around. I forgot about that. That he has 25% Reflect, which helps kill them even quicker. Yeah, I won't be able to tell how good this team did this week because of that one lose, unfortunately. Oh no, not again. No. Not this team. I hate it with a passion. Okay, round 2, or actually round 3. Isn't this the third goblin? Let's see. We'll go and I guess we'll get our convert immediately. It's quite a bit of mana. It's not an extra turn, obviously. So he creates brown. I can't use this board. So I guess we'll just go and try getting Tapon up again. I don't think we have much else. We'll try for the blue drop. Didn't get a surge, nor did we get the blue drop. Take a bunch of yellows. That's why we gave the +1 yellow to the thing. Yog'way does give us a small amount of mana, though I believe he single or double extra turn, so that wouldn't be really worth going for. I could purple into brown. We have -1 on brown, though. I can't take this yellow because he gets free purple. We could take a red, but that gets rid of our Tapon alignment for later on. So I think we just move this. He did not give us Yog'way yet. Now we have 3 different locations where we get mana, but still, I don't think it's worth it. We'll just take this, and then next turn we'll have... Oh, we ruined our own alignment, though it did happen off the sky. But we'll do that. And I think we got operational before we can actually win. I'm going to have to throw this again because I can't Ketris hit him. Wow, that is such a good counter to Ketris. One single stealthy. This is why you use Infernus instead of Ketris too, if you're ever wondering. Stealthy is such a good counter to him. Because normally what you do is you hit 2nd slot and then you hit 4th slot. That's how you play Ketris. But if they have Stealthy, particularly in 2nd slot, it's a really hard counter to Ketris. I remember why I don't use this team now. It is a pretty good team though. But it's bad against goblins due to that reason. It goes against the way you would normally play the team. But it looks like we'll still win out this one. He has actually slightly lower stats, or quite a bit lower stats than the one we lost to earlier. Not to mention he didn't get looping, which is also quite beneficial, obviously. Well, let's do this the right way. Throw it on that one so that it gets hit by 25% Skull Reflect. For whatever reason, it didn't go for it, though. But I believe all we have to do is just hit... how much damage is this? That should be enough. All we have to do is cast it. And that's match. And there we go. On to the next one. You're just missing Nobbin? Yeah, he's pretty annoying to have to get unless it's specifically an event or something for him. And he is pretty important to this team. It does not work without Nobbin Brothers, a specific team. The combo, of course, is Nobbin Brother Explode into Fizzbang Explode into Grapple Pot doing damage. The 4th troop can be quite a few different things. You may have noticed like every single time it's been something different. The common things for it are Siren, Goblin Rocket, Boar Rider, and that one Ice Goblin thing. Actually, that's exactly what it's called, Ice Goblin. But I think the most popular is Siren. I personally use Siren, or if I'm actually using the team, I would use a 2nd Fizzbang or a Goblin Rocket. You can't use a 2nd Fizzbang in Defend if you're doing in Guild Wars. The main reason being you would lose points for doing so. But if you're using it invade-wise, it's okay to use. I normally wouldn't advise invading with it unless you really had no other options. Biggest issue with it is it's really luck-based. As you can see. Like, it's pretty easy for us to take it out in most of the battles. But there are those few instances where it just gets super ultra lucky and just auto wins. And ideally, if you were using as a player, you're aiming for that auto win condition. But it could take some attempts, because if you don't hit her 50% explode, and if you don't hit his 33% explode, it's not going to work out that well. If he hits like attack reduction and she just keeps doing her stat boosting, you're not really going to be moving at all. It's going to take forever to win, which is why you normally wouldn't invade with it. But it makes for a pretty good defend team, because there's that slight, like, 25% of the time, or 10%, whatever it might be, that it just auto-wins automatically, regardless of the opposing team. It doesn't care at all. It just infinitely loops and just keeps going. It never stops. Okay, let's go and type on. You haven't had a single first turn, extra turn this entire time. That would have definitely helped us out quite a bit, but he doesn't. I'm tempted to still go for it. I don't think he gets an extra turn anywheres. And if I can confirm he doesn't, I am going to go for it. And it does look like he doesn't. Plus we have an extra red extra turn cascade. I mean, an extra a cascade chance, I mean. Not an extra turn. But, okay. So, okay, board. I guess we take a red in a way that we could still maintain Yog'way extra turn. And as long as he doesn't ruin it, we should be okay. And that's match. So we'll take that. We have another Yog'way immediately. Very nice. He's already dead. It's one of the biggest threats down. And now I can start Ketristing there as well. So yeah, I think we already just won. Oh, I forget how this interaction works, which is bad. I need to make sure I remember all of them because it's really important for Guild Wars. I believe we hit it with a skull. I forget if it kills the red. I forget if it kills it with the trait first and then does a skull, or if it'll waste the skull on it. I believe it wastes the skull on it, though, just in case. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it does waste the skull. Unfortunate. But, yeah, too bad that trait doesn't trigger first. If it was, it would kill it, and then we'd hit the skull on the other one, but it doesn't. It triggers beforehand. I mean, it triggers after the fact, so it doesn't actually get to do it, unfortunately. If I'm not mistaken, it doesn't even heal us for 3 either. Let me double check that. Did it even heal us for 3? Oh, no, it still heals us for 3, but the damage doesn't apply before we kill it. Unfortunate. So we waste the skull, but we still get the HP. Okay, the more you know. Oops, I used it on the wrong one. Fail. I should be doing it on the other one so that we would kill it right now. Now we don't win. Whoops, my bad. We could have actually already won in 2 turns, but now it's going to take, like, multiple. That's going to hurt our points slightly. Especially since I don't have anything to do on this board. We'll move that real quick. Yeah, that's actually going to hurt our points quite a bit. We could have already won with a Yog'way right now. But I did it in wrong order. Need to make sure if I'm using this team we catch his 4th slot. It's just such a habit of mine to throw it on 3rd. But because he's using goblins and the way it's going down, we need to use it on 4th. But there we go. We lost once to infinite goblin spam. Otherwise, I think it went decently. I think I will try this next Green Guild War Day and just see how it goes. If nothing else, we get a pretty decent boost off of the HP that we're getting on Green Day for Yog'way. So it's giving him a few extra damage. It's giving catchers a few extra damage. It's kind of nice. But yeah, we'll give it another shot. Thank you, whoever suggested it. I completely forget who it is off the top of my head, but it was from previous stream. Thank you so much. But yeah, we'll give it another shot. It's a lot safer than infinite green spam, but we did lose once to it, so we'll need to gauge it next time. Hopefully next time we won't be up against as many goblins. This guild appears to have gone pretty much as pure goblin, but there are plenty of guilds that don't run pure goblin on Green Day. I'm curious how it runs against Freeze if we do get the opportunity for that next week. But anyways, or you know, next Guild War week. But for now, oh my gosh, we're right back into another goblin team. Anyways, we still have several things that we need to do today. First thing first being dungeons. Let's just go get this down. Not with that. Let's just use a quick, not that either. Let me go replace this with my Explore team. I still had this from Thursday, so apparently I haven't switched it since then. Let's just call it Quick Explore. And we need Sunbird. Dawnbringer? Sure. Let's go the Dawnbringer route. Dawnbringer. Why am I forgetting everything I need? Firebomb. And we could run this one of either 2 ways, either the Ogrin or the half mana start. And I believe we'll go with the half mana start. Okay, let's see what this does. That should be fine. So we basically Firebomb, Sunbird into, or actually Firebird, the actual order would be Firebomb, Dawnbringer, Sunbird, Dead would be the order. So we do that for Dawnbringer. Almost wipe his team, clean up with that, Dead. Okay, that seems like it'll work. And we get 2 EXP each time, of course, because we're using Hero. Salty said it will no longer be talked about. I thought she said she was going to address it on tomorrow's stream. Or did she change her mind? Okay, we'll go and throw it down, bring it down. He'll just go poke us. Go get a Sunbird. And what else? I guess the second Sunbird. That'll be match. We have all of our banners set to it. If it'll click. If it'll click. There we go. What do you think of Forest Troll, Azura, Hero with Dawnbringer, and KrissTigger for Blue Guild War Day, I assume? Or yeah, Blue Invasion. You're guessing Bard would work best with it? Yes. That would be perfectly fine to use. It's pretty much what we did, except we used Skady, I believe. Actually, I didn't go the Troll route. But yeah, that'd be perfectly fine. Either that or Titan, so that you can half mana your Forest Troll. Either or would end up working. Or it depends which one you want to focus more first. And I guess it would slightly depend on the opposing team, though, again, you can't really switch it, unfortunately, because of the 50 gem cost. But, yeah, you'd want to go one or the other. Either Bard or Titan fully traded. Or either of them fully traded. Whichever one you use, it has to be fully traded for you to really get the value out of it. Because you either need Bard's final trait or you need Titan's final trait. Titan does half mana to all giants, which would work for your Forest Troll as well. Or you would go the +1 all stats off of Bard's final. What do we need here? I guess we just go into Sunbird. How does it keep getting so many summons? Stop it. Actually, he's going to be pretty decent. Highforge is a relatively mid-tier kind of troop that's only really used for Red Guild War these days. But he might start getting used in legitimate teams once a what I believe will be the Dwarf Hero class coming in next Friday. So yeah, you might be seeing a lot more of him, as well as just these kind of teams in general. Okay, I'm gonna move that down. Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. And dead. Yog'way, tape on Yog'way. That's a bit overkill. That is excessively overkill. It would win. It would actually win, but it would, oh no, it just seems a bit odd to use. Okay, let's just use Divines with Titan, which I know doesn't make much sense, but we need the XP. And it's so strong that there's really no point in us not doing it. Let's see, we'll go take purple. If nothing else, we can pretend our heroes are Gorgolfa. Every brand we take gives us barrier, so he's technically a Gorgolfa, in a way. He's kind of similar to that. Okay, we'll go grab all that. I don't have enough room for Ketris yet. I mean, for a Infernus yet. Same difference. Or for Ubistet. They all hit very hard. They're similar enough. Are we going to get died to instant Goblin again? Okay, good. Not this time. Of course, now it doesn't happen when it doesn't matter. Would have been good if it was like this earlier. Didn't get enough for Infernus. He'll throw all his mana, throw it down again. We can still lose if we're not careful. Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Okay. That should be fine as long as he doesn't kill us this turn and that's match. Or pretty much match. We just have to deal with Goblin Rocket. If we die to just Goblin Rocket, that would be quite unfortunate. We'll go take that down. And there we go. Goblin Rocket actually is really strong at soloing, but only under player control is it worth doing. Under AI control, it's not bad. It's just it can't infinitely loop. Oh, none of those are real. He's trying to fake us out. I don't know why they added these as actual player-owned things. Like, what was their only purpose? Just to troll people? It seems like it is. Like, they don't serve any purpose in any team, ever. Even if you had them fully maxed, they don't have anything that's particularly good on them. Oh, we finally gained another level. We're at, what is that now, 62? Slowly but surely, we shall get to our level 70, which I need by next week. Though I don't know if I'll actually reach it by next week, but at least on the earlier battles of raids, it won't matter as much. So I'll be able to gain the EXP then to hopefully get it up to max. Or at least 70, I mean. Max is still a while away. Max I do want to try reaching by the end of next week, though. We'll see how far we actually get with that. It takes obviously a lot of time to do. I think we'd have to play for at least 6 hours a day to reach it, which I don't know if I'll have time for next week, especially with 4th of July right around the corner. You got 2 VIP keys this month. Should you use them or save them? Save them. Save them. The earliest you should use it is next Mythic, which is July 6th, next Friday. But they did mention that they're likely going to be adding ingots into the VIP key drop table. So you may want to wait until then. It's not going to take away your chance of getting legends or mythics, while still giving you the capability of getting ingots. So instead of getting like a trait stone drop, you would get an ingot drop instead. And I would personally say that the ingot drop is definitely, of epic rarity or higher, is definitely better than a trait stone drop. So with that being said, I would say wait until they buff VIP keys, until you use your VIP keys. That's probably not going to be until next patch, but next patch is probably in like a month and a half or so. No official date has been given at all, though. I assume sometime late August or early September is likely next patch, though it could be even earlier than that. They're going to be discussing some things about it tomorrow, actually. We currently don't really know anything, if I'm not mistaken, about next patch, so like its state or really any information about it as far as what's coming in. But we might have some more insight on that starting tomorrow. I'll go over that Monday night as well, because he'll be streaming after me, so I won't actually be able to go over it tomorrow night. But of course, we will be going over to new troops tomorrow night. Actually, we can even do that slightly right now. The new troops coming in next week are basically a useless raid troop, as it normally is. It gains all of its mana back every kill it gets through its ability. So that's kind of cool, but still, it's basically just like any other raid troop. Nothing too special. Actually, there's one slightly special thing about it, though I don't think it's particularly useful in raids. It has immune to mana drain, which is kind of cool. But other than that, the main troop coming in next week is another Mercy. It's not as good as Mercy, once again. All these new Mercies that they keep adding are nowhere near as good as what Mercy actually is. But nonetheless, it's a Empower troop that has a first turn convert, and it transforms all greens to blue. So it'd be a really decent green counter. Would probably actually be a decent Goblin counter too. But it's a red-yellow troop. It's kind of like a Valkyrie. Any instance you would use a Valkyrie, you could technically use this. It's not going to be replacing Valkyrie in many teams. It gains golds instead of souls. But it could be an alternative to a Valkyrie. If you only needed Valkyrie for like one cast, it's basically going to be a replacement for it from now on. So that's kind of cool. Also, one other thing that's slightly interesting about it too, which may come into play, it can technically loop with Mercy, which may seem odd to bother doing, which I don't think you would ever really need to do. But if you needed like so much mana, like you wanted to fill something like, let's say, with like 30 plus mana cost, or anything similarly as high, you can maybe get away with a double convert like that. So your first turn convert into it, your first turn convert into the other one, the excess goes into your other converter, you convert for a third time and then go from there. Don't know if you'd actually be able to get away with that, but it might potentially have some kind of use, but more often than not, I think you'd only ever put one of them into a team. Anyways, let's go and what do we need here? I'm gonna move that over. Still not fully certain what I'd use it for, though, specifically on a team. Because I feel like most troops that are better under green are green-blue. So you'd kind of be denying yourself out in a way. Well, the ingots would not be replacing troops, if I'm not mistaken. And if they are replacing troops, they would only be replacing epics. They would definitely not be replacing legends, and they would not be replacing mythics. Like, the exact same amount of chance that you have of getting a legend and mythic would still be the same if they had or did not have ingots in it. Because that's what they did with Gem Key, and they would for sure do the same thing with VIP keys. The only thing that it would really take away from you is possibly some epic copies instead. You'd get ingots. And some trait stones. Instead of getting trait stones, you would instead occasionally get ingots. Of course, the trait stones and epics would still be in it. It would just be at a slightly lower rate to make room for the ingots. I don't know, I personally feel like that'd be better. You easily will mythic all of your epics very quick, before you even have all your legends mythics more often than not. And you'll also easily reach a point where you don't really need your arcanes anymore. As a newer player, I could definitely see it maybe being better to go for the trait stones than the ingots, but this late in the game, or if you're already to a point where you feel like you have a pretty substantial amount of things traded, it would definitely be better to have the ingots than the trait stones. Even an epic ingot, which would be the worst ingot you could possibly drop, would be insanely good. And of course, it would have a pretty decent chance of dropping legendary and mythic ingots, which are also quite useful. Particularly the legendary ones. Let's see. No, it's only going to be mid-range. Next mythic is only going to be mid-range at best. Most likely. I think it still might be worth going for, because if true damage ever makes a comeback, it's going to be one of the best true damage in the game. But, at the moment, true damage isn't really that good. The biggest issue with true damage at the moment is it has way too many things that automatically end its turn after it does its ability. Also, Priest hero class is also a big issue. Priest hero class has always been a counter to true damage, and with how much HP and heal and everything it has, it's just not worth bothering to use true damage against it. And since it's so popular right now, Priest would need to become a lot less popular to even think about using true damage, and even then it might not be useful enough. But yeah, it's going to be good as far as true damage is concerned, it's just true damage is horrible right now. Yeah, we'll go and throw it a double. Get a Ketris in there. And he'll hopefully cast. No, he doesn't. We'll take a skull so he doesn't do anything. Okay, I guess we'll just take mana and kill it out. Or take a skull, that works too. And then it goes, hello, hobo, welcome. How long do you think it takes to fully level a class? Let's see. That depends on a lot of factors. How much EXP are you gaining per hour? And I can calculate it out for you. It takes anywheres from approximately, I would say on average, anywheres from, if you started literally from 0, it would take anywheres from around 30 hours to 50 hours approximately. It can be done in as low as, 1 second. It can be done in approximately as low as 25 hours. Though more realistically, it would likely be more around the 40-hour range, assuming you're doing it in PvP. Yeah, it takes a while. Quite a while. And it can potentially take over 50 hours as well. Though, more often than not, you would be getting at least 50 hours or less. If you can do at least 100 EXP per hour, it'll take about 50 hours. Okay, let's go and let's take some purples. What is he doing? Why are you using priest? Why you gotta be like this? Could you imagine if you could ban like certain troops from PvP and never finding them? Like have like a 3 ban list? Someone was mentioning that. I don't think they specifically mentioned 3, but like some kind of ban list that you could do. Just to make sure that you don't face specific things that are really annoying at any given time. That would probably make things too easy though. Like right now, if I could ban any 3, it would probably be Ubistet and Furnace, and one of the more common goblins, so that all goblin teams get blocked. So that would end up working out. Actually, I'd probably just block Infernus and not... Actually, I'd probably block Divine Ishbala, because that would cover all of them. But then again, some teams do run Infernus solo. I don't know, it'd either be Infernus or Divine Ishbala, plus one of the common goblins like Fizzbang, and then like one other troop, like... what else is really annoying? Probably Nyx, because a lot of the super annoying Kraken teams use it. And there's a few non-Kraken teams like the Dawnbringer that use it as well. Then again, maybe just Dawnbringer itself. Because that's also a pretty annoying one. Speaking about annoying, dead. Rip. Dawnbringer for the kill. And down we go. We are at a slight disadvantage, even if we are up against the exact same thing, since we're using Titan right now instead of Divine. I don't think I would ban Scion if I only had 3 bans. It's really annoying, but it's not annoying enough that I would bother. I would sooner just keep a Yog'way team on the side just to run against if I really had to. If it was starting to be that annoying. I don't know, I personally don't mind Scion teams as much these days. It's annoying when it's a 4 times drain spam team, because that can just put you under the entire time. But as far as just a Scion randomly on a team, I don't really mind them too much. Yes, the meta is currently Divine versus Divine. Even if you're not using Divine Hero class. If you have the components to build Divine, you should pretty much just be building Divine. I was trying Giants earlier with Titan, because obviously using that would make sense. But it was too slow. Biggest issue is Giants have a lot of single target. And single target is always very slow compared to just hitting everything at once. So it just wasn't going quick enough compared to this. I don't think Giants really have a single... actually, I don't think they have a single full AoE. They have a couple split damages, but if I'm not mistaken, they don't have a single troop that hits all enemies simultaneously. Other than if you use a hero with a weapon, but that doesn't really count. Because then literally everything has full AoE if you count that. Okay, we'll go and move right over. Take that down. And then just Ubistek kill it. But yeah, let me double check. I'm pretty sure there isn't a single one. The closest thing is the Zephyrus guy, or whatever he is. That one guy that does the lightning bolt. Who has the lightning bolt joke on his flavor text. But if I'm not mistaken, it's 0 troops. Let's see. Let's go under Giant. Giants. What do we have? Single target, single target, single target, single target, attack, single target, single target, single targets. Oh, they have one AoE, but it's really bad. Useless troop. Triple hit, but it ends turn. Single target, one shot. Single target heal. Single target randomly, and some split damage. So there's two. There's the virus, but it's not actual AoE. And there's him, but it's only 50% chance. Plus, he's useless. So, yeah, basically none. I guess Hyndla is the closest we have. But it ends your turn every time. It does have a summon, though. She's actually pretty nice. Wait, why was I not using her earlier? I completely forgot about her final trait. Let's go do it again, but replace out Queen Aurora. And do it like a real giant team. Alright, let's give this another shot. See what happens. We'll do it against a revenge. That's how confident I am in it. No, I'm not that confident with it. But it is actually a pretty decent team, nonetheless. It's just not one of the best teams in the game at the moment. 4 times Giants from Stormheim. Biggest issue, I think, with them right now... Well, not really an issue. But, Giants don't currently have a pet. This team would be a lot better if they did. We'd have slightly higher attack and slightly higher HP, both of which are... The HP part being the biggest one. We're actually gaining, like, 25 or something HP from our pet right now. This kingdom has the highest possible HP bonus you can ever get. Even higher than what you could do with divines and stuff. Divines, I believe, have the same or higher durability overall. But as far as just specifically HP, 4 times Giant is from Stormheim is the absolute highest HP you can ever have once they add a Giant pet. Okay, we have a burn on him, so we'll just go for the kill. Oh, it wasn't enough. I should have calculated that out. It's only ×3. That could have been an easy calculation. I didn't bother, though. Oh, why did I do that? We could have just killed him off a burn. What am I doing? The multiple mistakes. It's not that big a deal, though. But it is a revenge battle, so I need to make sure I don't lose. That would not be good. Apparently, we haven't been getting any extra turns either, because neither of them are burned, yet neither of them have immunity to it. Okay, let's go and... what do we even need here? I guess we go take yellow. 1 mana short. That'd be sad if we die to Infernus. It's definitely possible. Definitely possible. That will bring him down to 1-shot range. Again, we did not hit our extra turn, but we can go get some reds right here. That'll burn him, and then we can just fire it again. Okay, apparently we didn't even extra turn off of that. Come on, get an extra turn already. There we go, finally. And he's dead off of that. Yeah, that's what Giant Team looks like. There's too much single target to really be quick enough, though. Oh, I guess we'll go use it a few more times. Might as well. Let's just throw it onto this team. Can you read your message a bit earlier? Sorry, Hobo. What did you mention? What do you think of Mountain Crusher, KrissTigger, Dragon Soul, and Divinia? Sounds perfectly fine. Sounds like what you would be using as a main PvP team. Yeah, it would be perfectly fine to use as your main team. As far as dragons are concerned, it's about one of the stronger teams that doesn't use a mythic. Okay, we have a burn on him, but we don't have enough extra turns to have enough damage yet. So we'll just go and get Dawnbringer, I guess. It must be better if we had board control, but we need some kind of AoE. We'll go throw that down, get the kill. Ideally, that would extra turn. Throw another one down. Oops, take a free extra turn right there. Thank you very much. Bring him into kill range. He's in kill range, but we don't have enough mana. Fail. We'll throw that down so we can just Dawnbringer everything. And let's just go start down the line. Kill that. Boom. Get free turn. Get free turn. We'll throw that one down so we can Dawnbringer them both. Go for this. Oops, never mind. Go for... Whoa, double death mark. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Alright, we'll grab all that mana. Throw Hyndla down so we don't die. Second Fire Giant, just in case the first one dies to death mark. And down he goes off the skull. There we go. Good morning, Brian. Let's see. Would you consider top 10 underused cards and team theory ideas? Well, it's pretty much every card isn't really that underused in a way. Or all the better ones, if you mean like good ones. I think one of them would have to be Snowy Owl, though. Or at least I personally don't use it much, but it's a insanely good common. Leshy is insanely good, though it's very underused. What other ones? Deep Borer is pretty underused, even though it's relatively decent. Trying to think of a few others. Black Beast has some really, really odd, insanely good teams that are pretty underused. It's also insanely good with Forest Archer hero class. It has amazing synergy with it now. It's probably one of the few uses of Archer actually these days, is to make a really weird Black Beast team. Let's see, we'll go and he'll do that. That does nothing. Too bad we don't have it explode. Oh, that's what we're missing as well. We don't have any explode on this team. All we have is gem creation, which in the aspect of extra turn spamming is actually decent, but still it's nice to have as a utility. So throw that down, get everything. Still have a few more pokes we need on that. Is that an extra turn? That is. That is actually an extra turn off of red. No, it isn't. Never mind. I looked at that wrong. My bad. Apparently not. Okay, that should be enough damage. It's actually 120. It's very nice. It just keeps going higher the more extra turns we get, and we get a rear ingot off it. Let's just go to fire bombs. But yeah, I still feel like 3 times Divine with Titan is still quicker than this. It's not horrible. It's just not as good. It's actually a really solid team. It's just it's not as good as the things that are insanely good, given that we have absolutely every option at our disposal. It's just not as quick as some of them. But still, nonetheless, it gets the job done. And dead off skull. Nothing else. If we ever need tank ability, but we don't want to use Divine, this is about our next best bet. I don't know any instance where we would specifically really need that high of an HP. Also, if I'm not mistaken, no Giants currently boost ratio off of EXP. Actually, you know what? I think they gave that one guy, that red-blue, but he ends his turn. I believe they gave him recently. Actually, the most recent patch or the previous patch before that, they ended up giving him a slight buff, but still. They would need like a good legend or mythic giant that like boosts on HP to really utilize that. Particularly from Stormheim. Oh no, Stormheim already has a mythic. That's another thing I don't understand. Stormheim's mythic does not synergize at all with its kingdom. So much so we're using Dawnbringer instead. It's the exact same coloration, but it's way stronger than bothering with the other guy. He does have highest target single true damage in the game, but you'd more often not just use Ferris Ra instead, because Ferris Ra is basically the same thing, except he gains souls and he can extra turn chance off his convert. Oh, he just cleansed his burn right when I needed to cast. Really? Try for a skull to extra turn, didn't get it. He just got a kill. We have freeze, and I still haven't even bothered freezing him yet. I should probably go do that. He's using goblins. He will have immune on the one, though. We'll still go hit him with it. We got a giant there. We can win on just off of Hyndla if we really had to. We could start the battle with Hyndla and just win off of Hyndla. It would take forever, but it would happen. This guy boosts on attack, and he just reduced down my attack. Really? Okay, we'll go move this over. We're not frozen on it, so we'll go for that. We still get higher damage off of this. We'll throw it on there. Actually, don't we gain attack too? No, never mind. It's life and magic. Okay, let's go kill this out. Get our reds that we need. We're frozen on it, but at least we get mana. And I guess we'll just throw this on the first slot so we can kill it with Skull later. Assuming he doesn't agile it, which he probably will, knowing that it's Goblin team. It has a 100% chance to do exactly what it needs on all of its percent chances. Okay, we'll go and take Brown. He'll Skull us. I so gave him that. I could have avoided that. We'll throw down Dawnbringer. Take a yellow. Take a red to Skull. He still wins after this. Well, we can go test the theory of Hyndla solo. Okay, well, Hyndla time. Well then, we'll go distract off a Skull right there. Oh, he doesn't even go for it, really? Stop exploding! And we die, really? What even? Even with only 2 left, it still manages to find a way to infinitely loop. Well then. Alright, we'll go use it against Giants, and then we'll go back to Divines. Hello again, Anthony. Welcome. The weapon's pretty bad. The weapon for Giants, it's not worth using. It only uses blue, and isn't it only single target? I forget what it boosts based on. I think it's boost based on Giants. So it can one-shot, or close to one-shot. That's about the only thing it does. It ends your turn, and it doesn't really have any side effect. Okay, we're going to let him have his skull. We'll go for Yarl. Get it on the summon first, so of course it misses. So not have to deal with it. Actually, you know what? I should go in for the burning first. Okay, we'll go and just take that over. Get our Dawnbringer down just to shield us up. None of them are weak enough to kill because we haven't hit enough extra turns. Oh wait, yes we have. Never mind. Enough damage to kill that out. Take a skull. Throw Yarl on... what's even the biggest threat at this point? I guess we'll kill that out. So that a skull can just go and wipe it. Oh wait, I don't have enough damage to kill something now. Well, I do, but I don't want to hit him now. I guess we Dawnbringer into killing that one. Should be enough damage, and that's match. We'll actually turn off this, Yarl him, and go from there. So we get that, Yarl it, and it doesn't even get the 50%. And there we go. And we get a rare ingot from it. Oh, how close are we, by the way? I don't think we have hit it yet. We're only one rare weapon away from having every rare weapon in the entire game maxed. And that would be all the commons and rares done. Then we just move to ultra rare. And then we move to epics. And then we move to legendary. That's not where you check that. Troops. Weapon, search by rarity. And how close are we? Weapon, rarity. Where's rarity category? That's not the rarity category. Oh, out of curiosity, will it order it by amount? Oh no, it still just counts them all as one, even though we technically have invisible multiple copies of some of them. Okay, where is the rare? I'm looking for 6666666. So many sixes. Looking for this weapon. Oh, we don't have enough yet. We still need 11 more. And then we have maxed out every rare weapon in the game. And then we move on to ultra rares, and I guess we move to these two next. We actually have enough to go and upgrade max one. I'm saving it until we need to go and I'm saving it until we need it for a specific kingdom. But we'll be doing that soon. How many weapons are there under it? There's 8, 16, and that's it. So we can currently upgrade 1.5 ultra rare weapons. Wow, we have a ways to go. It keeps getting longer. There keeps going more and more weapons, and it keeps taking longer and longer. We go from only needing like 7, or actually 8, I mean, to about like 15-ish, to like 16-ish, to like 25-ish, to whatever on Earth that number is, like 50, to, actually Legends have the absolute most, to like 16 Mythics or something. Yeah, there's so many legendary weapons that we have to upgrade. And we haven't even half upgraded a single one yet. Of course, I'm working on the Divine one right now, as that's the main one I'll be using for pretty much everything. The, where'd it go? Seriously, where did it go? I'm looking for the Divine Protector. Well, somewhere in all this mess is a Divine Protector, which is in alphabetical order. There it is. Yeah, we're working on that. We're not even halfway. I think +6 is halfway, or somewhere around there. Also, I still have a bunch of objectives I didn't do. We have to win 15 battles with 3 unique humans, and 12 battles with 3 unique troops that all use green mana. Wait, we just did that via Guild Wars. That's funny. That is pretty funny. That happened just from Guild Wars. Do we have a pure green team of any kind, like a triple green that we can use in PvP? There should be one. You know what? Let's just run our normal green Explore, just for fun. I mean, our green Guild Wars. Let's do it not against that, though. Ideally, I'd want to do it against something that has absolutely no skull mitigation, but oh well. But yeah, we didn't actually get to use this team today, so we might as well go use it for PvP for the objective. Why not? I should probably just go do it quickly through Explore or something, but I'll run it a couple times in PvP. Why not? Oh, wait, actually, I know why not. It doesn't use Hero. Gasp. Never mind, we're not going to do that. We'll go run it quickly and Explore real quick. Really important we use Hero. It's a long grind to get them maxed, and we don't need to make it even longer by not using the Hero in our team. We'll throw this first, and then we'll start going into Yasmin's. Yeah, this is what my normal green day looks like, which we didn't run today, but it's pretty decent, as long as it doesn't get frozen. Also, as long as you don't get trolled by insanely bad luck, which can also happen. And there we go. Alright, let's go just use a standard, like, triple green thing. Let's go under troops. Let me actually go switch my current green. You know what? Oh no. Let me go get a new slot for that. I don't want to replace it. What do we have down here? We have green explode. Oh yeah, I was trying to get World Breaker to work. This actually wasn't too bad, running the World Breaker version of this. It had cleanse too. You know what? Why haven't we been using this recently? That's actually quite a bit of fun. I think it's because of mana drain. I wasn't using it because it's insanely bad against famine. Like instant lose pretty much. So you know, let's go put the Yog'way team in here and try this for next Guild War Day, I guess. We already tried it this week, but we didn't really get a good example against goblins. Yog'way... Why can I not remember the rest of the team? Ketris, Tapon, and Queen Aurora. And then switch the order. Put that there, and... I guess we go with the minus banner. Either +2 red or the +2 red, +1 yellow. I don't really feel like we use brown since we deny it with Typon. Yeah, we'll keep that around. Oops, let me go rename it as well. To green, where'd it go? Not green explode anymore, more like green red. Green's red spam or something. Where'd it go? I just had it set up. Defend green, invade green. Seriously, where did it disappear to? We literally just had it here. Am I going crazy? Where'd it go? Green explode. It's because I set the banner to something that doesn't look anything like it. Greens, green days, reds. There we go. It actually fits. Green days, reds. There we go. Click that, and let's just go quick explore it, I guess. Explore, not that. Quick explore. Oh, actually, never mind. Don't place it over that. That doesn't have 3 green on it. I just clicked on it again. Let's get rid of this team, and let's go into a, I guess a quick Dragon Soul would be fine. So we'll go Dragon Soul. Oh wait, no, we can't. Oh yes, we can, because it doesn't matter what we use for our green weapon. So we'll do that. We'll put a any green weapon. Doesn't really matter too much what it is. I guess War and Peace. And we just need any one other thing, ideally with a link into Dragon Soul. Since we're missing a red link, let's go red link. Okay, never mind. Fire link. I forget what the link is called. Fire link. If I could type. Link. There we go. Wait, why is nothing coming out? Oh, I'm doing it under weapon. Fail. Okay, where's my fire link? There we go. Marilith, that'll work. And I forgot to change banner to Dragon Soul banner. And we'll be good to go. Oh, that did not work. 1 second. There we go. Accidentally clicked on the other tab. And let's just go clear through these real quick. Get our objective done. Oh yeah, I could do humans simultaneously, couldn't I have? But it would be a lot slower, but it probably would be worth it. Wait, would we be able to use hero though? I'd have to use a... If I did them simultaneously... the biggest issue with that would be the fact that we can't use our hero because it doesn't count as human. That or we'd have to get rid of Dragon Soul. One or the other. Trying to think of what we could do. I guess we'll go for it. Because what we can do is, we can run Tesla into, what's her name? Tesla, Queen, Jezebel. And it has to be unique. Oh, wait, Tesla isn't... Oh, never mind. Okay, let's just see what green humans are. I can't do that because she's not a green human. Let's see. Human. This guy goes so much slower, though. We'll give it a shot because it technically wins twice every single time we win. There's not that many that are good. By not that many, I mean, like, none of them. And none of them count as giants, either. I guess we throw that just to feed it mana. Throw that to feed it mana and damage. And none of you even have a link, do you? Nope. We can empower into that, though that doesn't really do much. I guess it gives us random stats, maybe off of the support thing. Oh, Fire Link. Oh, but it's on Falconer. We already have Falconer. Never mind. Okay, well, we'll roll with this then. Oh, wait. Never mind. We can use, any human for the final one. So we actually can use Tesla if we wanted to. Because if we use a green weapon... Oh, no, but we're going to be using Dawnbringer. Yeah, I think we're just going to go down that route. So put that there, throw the weapon, get Dawnbringer, clear filter. Duh. Okay, apparently that doesn't bring it up, Dawn. And there we go, we'll go with this. And for the banner, we'll set it to... We already have +1 red. Ideally, I actually do want to give us a +1 green so Falconer gets up quickly. So we'll go into a green-red, I guess. Where's green-red? No, it's around here somewhere. And there we go. Okay. So let's go give this a shot. And we have to win this like 15 times or something. We don't need to pick Brian. He's not that good these days. He at one point was a lot of fun and probably my favorite troop in the entire game, but humility basically took his role. Brian the Lucky is 100% useless compared to using humility, especially double humility. Hey, we got a treasure gnome. Nice. We don't use that color. Get that up for Dawnbringer. What do we get from him? Vault key? Ah, only gold. Same thing we got earlier. It's like our third gnome all day, and we have gotten nothing of... Okay. Well, apparently just wants to keep giving us gnomes. But all we've gotten is, I believe, is gold every single time. But yeah, back-to-back gnomes, right as I say, we never get any gnomes today. Just trying to prove me wrong. I will take the skull. What do we get? Come on, Vault key, or anything of value. That is exact opposite of anything of value. This looks like Arena. How? It's a rare... Oh, I guess it somewhat does. A rare and ultra rare. We just need this to be a common. And then it would look like Arena team, wouldn't it? Oh, I didn't take red. What am I doing? Could have already had full mana to cast. Okay, Dawn, bring it down. And now we just have to take out his 80% reduction. Well, we'll go take that then. Get the mana we need. Probably throw in Falconer down and go from there. So we'll take that. Get it right over. Get Dawn, bring it down, and that'll be that. Dead. I still haven't gotten the first one yet. Once we get the first one, I think we have 7 or 8 more battles to do. And I'm not going to bother switching, because the amount of time it'll take us to switch for a third time now is not going to be worth it. We'll throw a Dawnbringer in there. What else do we really need? I guess we'll go get... oh, sure, why not red? Take some greeds. Get, I guess there's a Falconer down. Get the reds we need, and dead. Still haven't gotten a reward yet. Dawnbringer first slot, anything that uses yellow, pretty much. That's basically what the meta of Arena is right now, assuming you own a Dawnbringer, is you just run your entire team as yellows. And if you're not picking yellows, you're picking things that feed into Dawnbringer. And that's basically your entire team. Doesn't matter what they are, as long as they're yellow and as long as they feed into Dawnbringer. There we go, first one completed. Oh wait, that was only for 6 gems? Oh well, let's keep doing it. We have another one, I think, for 10. Oh, so why am I doing this in Explore instead of challenges? I could, if I was doing Explore, I could be doing this in literally any kingdom. And should be, because I have way too many of this Arcane as well. Just got some merch for himself. At least he didn't get Barrier. He got Enraged. He's getting everything except what he actually needs. So we're getting pretty lucky with that. And he was killed with Dawnbringer. Hello, Zork. Welcome. Yeah, we only need 3, which is what we're doing. We're using 3 greens and 3 humans. We already completed one of them, and we're completing out whatever the other one is now. I believe the human one is what we're doing now. Oh, take a yellow over, take a blue or something. Didn't surge, unfortunate. Take a red, get Dawnbringer down, go from there. Also, it's funny, I haven't played old school RuneScape for pretty much since the patch came out for Gems of War, for the most recent patch, 3.5. And someone was just asking me where I've been in the game because I haven't logged in, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, I've been on the Gems of War grind. It's also why we haven't started Darkest Dungeon or anything else up either. It's mainly because of this patch and all the grinding we have. I believe once we finally hit level 70 Titan, I'll start chilling a bit and stop going with the grind as heavily. is because I really wanted to max out Priest, and I wanted to get Titan up for raids and invasion in time for it next week. So as long as we get to level 70 Titan by then, and as long as we get to level 100 Titan by ideally invasions, I think we'll be fine. Okay, let's go through Dawnbringer down. We'll still have plenty of grind to do afterwards, but I just wanted to get the major ones done first as quickly as possible. Alright, we'll just take a skull. But yeah, pretty much all of my free time, as far as gaming, has been to Gems of War recently. Normally, I haven't been spending as much time as I would in the last few weeks, just because there's so many resources we need to accumulate. We'll throw it down, bring it down. And there we go. And we've almost gotten the current daily done. And that should be 10 gems once we do complete it, which is not an excessively large amount, but for a task, that's not too bad. It's almost 1 gem per battle. A little bit less, but they only take like a minute, not even. I'll go for that. And again, they are taking slightly longer now that we're not doing it in Explore. Again, why am I still doing... I mean, since we're not doing it in challenges, why am I still doing Explore? Could we do this so much quicker if we just go to challenges? Okay, let's go and head to the challenge. Okay, we don't have a tribute. Let's go to... Also, how many more do we have left? Is it even counting? Yes, it does. We have 4 more left. So challenges, fight, fight, and go from there. Alright, let's take all that yellow, instant kill it, dead. Look at how much quicker this is. We even get a map out of it, though that's pure luck, but there we go. Takes like half a minute. Though we do have to go through screens, and it's a lot more click intensive, but it gets through. Okay, let's go take a yellow over. Take a blue. Throw a Dawnbringer, dead. Oh, never mind. Come on. Come on, end of your turn! I hate that it slows down speed when you're on one of those screens. Because every time you accidentally click on it or click too early, when you thought it was the turn going over, it just slows you down. Alright, we'll take a blue. Take a... I guess another blue. He doesn't take the extra turn for whatever reason. Thank you for that. And one more battle will give it to us. And that'll be that. When is the next event? Or what is the next pet event? It is really ugly. It is for 4th of July and is completely cosmetic. It does nothing. Literally nothing. Other than sit on your shoulder with a gigantic head. But yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's just a cosmetic pet. The first ever cosmetic pet being added to the game for 4th of July. But yeah, it does literally nothing. It doesn't give you any bonus. The only thing it would do is you level it up because it gives you orbs and stuff. It would still count towards your mastery. But as far as its bonus, it would show 0 across this entire line. Every single one of these gives literally 0. Absolutely nothing on the pet. It just, you level it. The only reason you would ever level it up is you would save it as one of the last ever pets you would do. And you would throw it specifically into your pet mastery. And that's it. There's no other purpose other than for pet mastery. But yeah, it's pretty underwhelming, to say the least. Oh, we could go test this against Freeze now. It's probably a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. Alright, we'll go take a red over. Take the other red. As long as we don't miss an extra turn, we'll be okay. I think we have enough damage for this too. Oops, I almost just left him an extra turn. That would have been a fail. Right as I say that, I almost just left him an extra turn. I don't think we have enough damage yet, do we? No. We'll throw Dawnbringer and then we'll have enough. So he'll do something. He does an extra turn, so no freeze. Perfect. Let's go kill that so we don't have to deal with freeze. There we go. We got it killed before anything happened. Throw it down to first slot. Didn't get what we needed, unfortunately, but as long as we can get one of these up. Oh, we just got barrier. We have way too many single targets for that to be good. Most teams, or some teams, do have very easy ways to get rid of barrier. This team, however, does not. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Titan has Dispel on it. That would be very useful if it did. But it does not have Dispel, so we can't get rid of their barriers with an extra turn. I believe we get it at level 70, but I don't think this hero class has it. Or you would get it at level 70 if your hero class did have it, but I don't think the specific one does. So we'll do that to lower it into one-shot range. We'll go kill it with the little hammer thingy, just so we create some reds. And I guess we'll just hero kill him at this point into maybe a burn. If we do, if he gets full mana, that's enough to kill it. No way to get full mana, so I guess we just throw Dawnbringer, which almost kills it. And at this point, Burn will pretty much just do the work. And let's go for one more Yarrow if it doesn't. Okay, apparently he gets it off. He's using Priest. And then we just kill it with Dawnbringer. And we finish with so much durability. Oh, there we go. And we got another rare ingot. I think we still need like 9 more until we get all of them maxed. Which basically means by tomorrow night, we should hopefully have every rare weapon in the game fully maxed out. And ideally, I'll also almost be level 70 by then. As long as we get to level 70 by like Monday or Tuesday, we should be okay. Doesn't have to be necessarily like immediately. Because under the initial battles of raids, it's not going to matter too much, I don't think. But during the later battles, actually, depending on what's even in there, we might not even really need it that much. The whole reason why we need this is more so for invasions. Because we gain enrage every time we extra turn. And this hits through 75% reduction on that brown-blue tower. There are some things within invasions that have, during raids, that do have other traits like that, like armored for 25%, 20% skull reflect that is really annoying, 25% and 50% skull reductions, 20% dodge, which I think I already just mentioned. But, you know, annoying stuff like that is basically what this is used for. You basically just mang once, and then you just make sure you have enrage for every hit that has an annoying trait, and you never have to deal with any of them. But yeah, the main two ones that this is really going to be useful for is 20% dodge to make sure they never dodge you, and 25% skull reflect so that you can never instant kill yourself with your own mang damage. So that's going to come in handy a lot. But then we also get immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, and devour, which is more useful for raids than invasions, though invasion does have stun. So if we were to get stunned, we wouldn't have enrage anymore, we wouldn't have barrier every brown, and yeah, it's actually going to come in handy quite a bit. Also, I don't think any of these other ones will really be useful. This hero class doesn't count as a dwarf, it doesn't count as a centaur, and we don't get glory from that game mode. But yeah, this whole tree right here is pretty useless. Actually, its first 4 trees are almost useless. First tree is actually not bad. You get either armor or attack. Next tree, not really anything too useful. Hammers and missiles you would never really use. And you just gain 2 attack every time you take damage, which doesn't even synergize with the fact you get 8 armor, because this only counts with HP damage, if I'm not mistaken. This gives all brown allies 3 armor, which isn't really that useful. You could get extra magic to axes, but again, that's you'd have to restrict yourself to using an axe. And this only gives 10% to yellows. Even if it was 10% to everything, that would still be useless. And the fact that it's restricted to yellows makes it even worse. This entire tree is pretty useless. Though, if the hero class next Friday is a dwarf, this will actually be used for him. He'll probably use this occasionally instead of the glory. But this only works in PvP, the +1 glory. You can't do it in challenges or explore to get a bunch of glory, unfortunately. I wish that did work in every battle, but it doesn't. Other than that, basically the only good one is gain barrier every single time. When you do that, then enrage, and then immunity, and then we're pretty much good to go. All these other ones are pretty bad, though this Taurus one could have potential on some future hero class. All Tauruses gain 1 attack every turn. Based on their attack dependency on some of the troops, that could be useful, but for the most part probably wouldn't be too used. All Strix also apparently have that for whatever reason, gaining 1 attack per turn. That'd be a lot more useful if that was magic or something. Anyways, yeah, it's just these are the whole 3 traits that you would ever bother using on this hero class. That's like 100% of the hero class right there, or 90% of it is the barrier every brown and rage every extra turn and immune to like everything that's important for the most part. As a new player, any advice for a Warlord setup? You wouldn't really bother with Warlord early on. It has decent stats, but its traits are awful, and I don't think it really gets used for much as far as its perks are concerned. It's relatively tanky, but that's about it. I'd pretty much just throw it in first slot on whatever triple team you're running. Make sure you have like a soul farming thing in there just so you gain some souls. But it'd probably just be some kind of cheap hero in first slot, followed by Valkyrie, followed by something that uses blue, that's a damage source, and one other troop. And just kind of go down that route. But it's an okay hero class. It's decently durable. It has a well-rounded stats. It's just not one I would really bother going too heavy into. Its traits are abysmal, and its perks are rather underwhelming. The only thing it can really do particularly well under its perks is 3 times skull spam plus it has triple damage when burning into enrage, which potentially is 4.5 times damage, which is an insanely gigantic kit. That's basically one shot on everything in the entire game, almost. except maybe if they have 75% reduction or higher. But even like Glaceon with 65% reduction, that would probably still one-shot. Depends on what high of attack you have. But that knight has a pretty nice combo, but I think that's a little bit excessive. It hits really high, but you're overkilling it in most instances. In the times when you would need really high attack, you'd be better off just using Titan, because Titan still has the Bloodthirsty, but you wouldn't be able to use the burn and things like invasions and stuff. But it's an okay hero class. It's I would say it's one of the weaker ones though overall, and I would rather just go into Assassin. Assassin gains you souls as well, so you'd be able to farm. You gain just from getting at level 10, which takes like 1 day or less. It's just like an hour or two. Once you get this, you gain 1 soul every turn, so you're automatically passively gaining souls. It has one of the absolute best, if not the best, first perk, which is Hunter's Mark every extra turn, which makes your skulls do twice as much damage. This next one is pretty useless, but you can gain a freeze, or this next tree is pretty useless, but gaining a freeze whenever an enemy dies can be useful. When you don't have any other freeze option, just make sure to gain less extra turns. You can start with a storm, which is pretty decent, or you can keep spamming bandits, which is actually ridiculously overpowered. 50% chance to summon a bandit whenever an ally dies, including if that bandit itself dies. So if you lose a troop, there's a 50% chance it becomes a bandit, and there's a 50% chance that bandit becomes a bandit, and then there's a 50% chance that bandit becomes a bandit, that becomes a bandit, that becomes another bandit, that just keeps becoming more bandits. And you could potentially just have your hero with 3 bandits, and it just keeps making more and more bandits over and over again. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it's one of the most annoying traits in the entire game right now. I'm surprised they actually added it, but it's pretty funny. Other than that, you can start with Ice Storm or Dark Storm. Actually, it's a really nice tree right there. Next up, we have Life Siphoning, which is pretty decent. You can also go for Stealthy instead. Stealthy, pretty useful, particularly if you're using your hero in like 2nd or 3rd slot and you're trying to keep it safe. It's really, really good at keeping your hero from getting targeted. Well, since they can't target you unless they stun your hero. Or you could just go for the Life Steal, which is generally what I go with. 30% dodge chance makes it really tanky. One of the tankier classes in the game, even though it's relatively low durability. Other than that, it could also start with a Death Mark at the beginning. And if you were to fully max it out, it has one of the best final traits, if not the best final. 70% chance to instantly kill an enemy every instant kill you get. And if you were to get it as fully traded, it synergizes with the fact that he has Assassinate, which allows you to 10% chance kill every single skull you take. And I believe the stack, I still have yet to confirm. Can anyone confirm who has Assassin? If Assassin's 10% stacks with his 7%? Like, can you 10% kill with the Assassin, then trigger the 70% off, or 7% off the 10%? Does anyone know? Because I still haven't gotten to do that yet, due to not owning it yet, or not having it maxed. But I believe it does work, though I cannot confirm if it does or doesn't. I kind of assume it would. It would seem weird that they would give it to the class and then it not function correctly. But yeah, it is. It's pretty funny. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. I actually really want to start getting around to the Assassin, but I do want to make sure we have Titan at minimum 71st. And maybe next Guild War week we'll try doing Assassin and try getting that finally leveled. But throughout entirety of invasions and raids, I'll need to make sure I be using Titan the entire time. But I think for the next 2 weeks I won't be trying for leaderboard. I'm not even sure if I will be this week, but we're kind of close. But the other 2 I definitely won't be, because we won't have Divines to be able to use since I'll be leveling other hero classes instead. But yeah, does anyone still have any other questions that you want me to go over? Let me know, otherwise I'll be heading out for the night. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And around this time, about 10 minutes after this, or 15 minutes after this tomorrow, the devs will be doing a Q&A going over next patch, as well as things related to this patch, like ingots, hero upgrades, weapons, hero classifications, the 50 gem cost, and, you know, other various stuff. But yeah, I'll be going over that on Monday, because they'll be doing that stream after my tomorrow stream. But of course, tomorrow's stream will also have those nice little images to go show the new troops that are coming in next week. I already went over them a couple times. The only relevant one is we're getting a new version of Mercy that is the same color as Valkyrie that converts all green to blue. So it's going to be decent against goblins. It's also going to be decent against that one Nyx team to a slight degree. It's also going to be decent against really just Green Day counter. And there we go. And we're at 23k points, so I believe we need like 31k to make leaderboard. Where are we? Wow. Yep, 31k. And it actually goes up to, looks like it could go up to 34k this week. Yeah, I might not try for leaderboard this week. Never mind. I guess we'll just keep with our 3 ultra rares, because that's actually relatively high. Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to ignore you. What was your question? As in, oh, never mind. I already answered that one. Let's see. You have over 40k glory keys. Should you use them or hold them until next Friday? Hold them until next Friday for sure, or even save them until next kingdom. Next kingdom could be another month or 2 away, maybe even longer. But generally, kingdoms are the main thing you throw it on. More often than not, you tend to throw gem keys and VIP keys and guild chests that are maxed when legends come out. Glory keys you try saving for kingdoms if you can, just because you need to get every rare in the game off of them, and it's a lot easier than trying to get them off of gold keys. But yeah, I would personally say generally how you use keys: gold keys, save for new kingdoms. Well, if you're a late game player or later, if you're a newer player, you basically save every key except event keys. And event keys you just throw down on better events. Like right now, if you still haven't gotten Dragon Soul or Divinia, you still have the entirety of today and the rest of tomorrow to go and get it. Highly, highly advise making sure you leave this week with both of them if you can, as they're both really decent troops, particularly Dragon Soul, but Divinia is decent as well. But basically how you use keys in late game is gold keys are always for new kingdoms. Glory keys are used for new kingdoms. Gem keys are used specifically mainly for new mythics, so you could also throw them for new kingdoms. Guild chests you throw for the same way. You make sure you have them maxed at 40k, or 20k if you're in a slightly smaller guild, though ideally 40k at max, and then you use them for, same thing, use them for new mythics, or you could use them for kingdoms. And VIP keys you use exclusively for mythics, basically. And event keys you just throw down during good events, like this current event. And that's pretty much everything with them. Yeah, I would say save. Maybe even not even use it for next mythic. Just keep saving them till next kingdom. You can if you wanted to. It's just, I personally wouldn't advise it. Especially with how kingdom upgrading is now. You basically need, to get to higher star levels, you basically need to have things like the rares and commons maxed all the way to mythic now. Before they were kind of slightly optional, but now they're somewhat mandatory with how they changed it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. Thank you so much for coming down. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. If I don't catch some of you guys later, hope you all enjoy 4th of July, and of you that celebrate it in America. Other than that, I still don't know if I'll be busy on 4th of July. We're either canceling the stream or doing a bit earlier than normal. We'll find out. But, yeah, of course, the holidays and everything. Other than that, next Monday is Black Hawk. Nothing really too relevant in the drop table next week, other than maybe a Kraken, as far as the event key drop table is concerned. We are getting a new version of Mercy, like I mentioned, green to blue convert with Empowered, which will be kind of cool, see what that can do. And other than that, next Friday is actually pretty big. We're getting our first ever new hero class via the new system, which is what this thing is, as well as a new mythic at the exact same time. So we'll see how that goes. If I get the new mythic without spending any gems, I'll probably be going crazy with spending gems on this class event. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much everything that's happening. Oh, also we're getting our first ever cosmetic pet, which is actually useless. It does literally nothing, but we get that on 4th of July as well. And I believe that is everything. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming down. Enjoy your weekends, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone!